My name is Debbie Eskenazi. Sheila and I have known each other for a while. We're on the Historical Commission together as well as the Historical Society. We belong to different organizations together. Just being around Peabody, we have been involved in a lot of different things in education as well as city involvement. The best quality is her giving way. She just has compassion for everything she does. She invited me to come on the George Peabody third grade essay contest, and watching her passion of working with the kids and reading the essays, and then her excitement when the winners come through. It's more her passion, her love for what she does, and just being Sheila as the person who she is all around and on an everyday basis. On Wednesdays, we volunteer together for the Historical Society. We have a little group of volunteers, and there's just different things that we're doing, whether it's a project for the archives. We had to do a photo shoot of just something we were involved with the chamber, actually, and we were taking different pictures of Sheila, and of course, Sheila, being the personality that she is, came to the camera and just really showed her personality in the pictures, and some of them were serious and some of them were funny, but it was just a great day being together. The George Peabody third grade essay contest, that's probably the best example of what she has brought forth in the program, working with the teachers, the different schools, working with the children as far as when they actually win and making them feel good when they come in to read their essays. She never lost that quality of what it takes to be a great teacher. The impact that I see is the excitement that she brings into every program and everything she does. Just Sheila being Sheila. When I'm with Sheila, she just brightens up everything around her. Even when it's a gloomy day, Sheila just brings happiness to whatever she does, wherever we're together and doing things together.
My name is Linda Robbins, and I've known Sheila for many years, most recently primarily through the Green Peabody group, which is the Green Environmental Group in Peabody. Sheila was always willing to help on any activity and very positive about sustainable issues for making our city a better place. Sheila and I worked many times on an activity we had prior to COVID called Green Fest. It was held often at the Brown School, and of course that's where Sheila worked. We would look at an empty room and say, how can we make this happen? And she said, we can do it. She has always had a positive outlook towards accomplishing different activities and initiatives, and remain very focused on how we can make Peabody a greener place. Sheila has always tried to include her students, to educate them, and thus involving the parents to get them on board. For example, the Bay State Textile Program. She was very instrumental in initiating that program, which is now citywide, and spearheaded that effort. Seeing the looks of her students when she's been addressing them, especially at the different outside of school activities, and watching them look at her and listen to her and absorb all that she was saying.
My name is Elaine Metropolis, and I know Sheila. I first met her when we went to college. We went to Salem State College and graduated the same year. She was teaching at the Brown School, and I came along as the new principal, and that's how I met her. Good teachers always bring the children's learning further. They bring it to a place where they're not just teaching the learning, but then they have the children apply it into another area. Sheila did that very well. She taught third grade, but she also did several other things at the school, and that's another sign of a good teacher. They don't just teach and then stay inside their classroom. They venture out, they do other things. And a couple of things that Sheila did was she started the Brown School Garden Club, and that was to help children after school learn how to garden, learning how to plant seeds, how to grow them, water them, feed them. And she was out there with them. She also extended that further because in the summer, when there was no school, she set it up so that each child's family would come to the Brown School. They each had a week or 2 weeks to tend the garden. So the families would sign up for the number of a week or two that they wanted, and they would be responsible for watering, weeding, those kinds of things, and also for picking the vegetables that were there. So it became a fun experience, not just for the kids, but for the families as well. That was a very positive thing that I thought Sheila did. In addition, Sheila also did the George Peabody House field trips for third grade students. There was a program in place and they needed someone to take over. And so they contacted Sheila and said, could you possibly help us with this program? And they would learn about the history, they would tour the house, they would get to ask questions, hear answers. And so that became another extension of the learning. Again, another great attribute of Sheila, extending the learning, applying it, and all while letting the kids have fun. One of the things I like about the George Peabody Award is that it's often the teachers who are not just good teachers, they bring the education into the community. They volunteer in the community. They are people in Peabody who are the workers, who will be ready on a moment's notice. And again, that was Sheila. She was always ready to work. She's a worker bee. Being such a powerful member of the community of Peabody was one of her best features. Her colleagues all feel the same way. Learning can be fun, and having collegial relationships is one of the best parts of the workplace. And Sheila was always ready to share a good laugh or share a funny story.
Sheila's legacy will carry on through the younger teachers that came up behind her. The enthusiasm she has for what she did as a teacher brings forth into everything she does now in her life.
Sheila's legacy will be her involvement with the students in promoting them to be more aware of their environment and good citizens of the city.
Sheila, thank you for being such a wonderful teacher, such a hard worker, for involving families in your students' lives, for being a good friend, and for being a good citizen and being a role model for students. So thank you for being a great friend, and I love you.
Sheila, you are so well deserved of this award. It is everything that you bring forth in your life, everything you bring forth to your family and to your friends. Congratulations, Sheila. I am so beyond proud of you.
Sheila, you are so well deserving of this award. I'm very happy that you are joining the ranks of George Peabody Legacy Award winners. Congratulations, Sheila, on this award. You are well deserving.
Congratulations, Sheila, on this wonderful award. I am so very proud of you, and I hope that you are able to accept this award and with all the dignity and respect that it deserves. You have done a wonderful job. You have left a great legacy in your students. Having been a previous winner of the George Peabody Award, I know what this means, and I know how touching it is to feel that people care about you and that people appreciate you. So Sheila, you are appreciated. A job well done. Congratulations.